At the heart of the earth, there is a place where life becomes the most brutal. A place that does not belong to humans. A place where every creature born is already condemned to fight for survival. That place is the Amazon. Here, death is not an accident. It is part of the system. Beneath the murky waters, predators silently approach without creating a single ripple. High in the treetops, dozens of meters above the ground, patient eyes wait for hours, even days. And beneath the ground, an invisible world wages battles that no one can see. In the Amazon, there is no concept of safety. There are only two choices, hunt or be hunted. But the most terrifying thing is not the giant predators. It is the truth that the real power of this forest lies in the hands of creatures you would never even notice. So, who is truly the ruler of this land? In this video, we will venture deep into the Amazon to uncover the greatest mystery, who truly holds the ultimate power of the jungle. Welcome to Wild Amazon, Who Really Rules? Please give us a like and subscribe to support us in creating more quality content. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss together. Let's begin. Hidden beneath the dense and lush canopy of the primary forest, life intertwines in an eternal dance of drama and mystery. Every creature, from the smallest to the most gargantuan, is immersed in a daily struggle for survival, constantly adapting to thrive amidst the harshness and abundance of nature. These cunning, silent and powerful predators, as if guided by a divine and ancient force, create terrifying and awe-inspiring encounters that shape the heartbeat of the jungle. The Amazon rainforest stretches majestically over an area of more than 6,700,000 square kilometers, serving as home to the most rich and diverse biological community found on Earth. Compared to the tropical forests of Asia and Africa, the Amazon stands out with an almost unimaginable level of biodiversity, housing nearly 10% of all species in the world. Among them, at least approximately 40,000 plant species, 3,000 freshwater fish species, 1,300 vibrantly colored bird species, 427 mammal species, 430 amphibian species, and 400 reptile species have been scientifically classified. These numbers, while staggering, are not the final limit, as scientists estimate that on average, a new species is discovered in the Amazon every 2 to 3 days, revealing the vastness of what we have yet to know. The biodiversity of the Amazon has created one of the most complex and fascinating ecosystems on the planet, where life flourishes across different interconnected biological layers. The forest is divided into several vertical strata with distinct light and humidity conditions, from the damp and perpetually dark forest floor to the high canopy where direct sunlight rarely penetrates. The World Wildlife Fund, WWF, recognizes that more than half of the species residing in the Amazon live in the canopy, the uppermost layer where demanding living conditions force species to adapt to limited space and fierce competition for scarce light. This creates an environment of intense rivalry with thousands of animal and plant species vying for space, food and water on a complex three-dimensional chessboard. In that picture of cutthroat competition, every mechanism, every adaptation and every balance does not seem random, but appears to be crafted by an invisible hand, a perfect design of the Creator. With annual rainfall that can reach up to 2,300 millimeters, these conditions not only create an extremely humid and muddy habitat, but also limit visibility and hinder the movement of many organisms. To survive in this challenging and competitive environment, animals need to develop special and unique adaptive mechanisms. The complexity of the Amazon ecosystem also stems from the fact that many species coexist at high densities and compete for limited resources. Consequently, predators are forced to evolve to become stronger, stealthier, and develop more effective hunting strategies to survive. This drives an evolutionary arms race and the specialization of predators in the region, making them more dangerous and efficient compared to animals in less complex ecosystems. Within the rich, diverse, and often hidden ecosystem of the Amazon floor, insects and other invertebrates are the most numerous and populous residents. With approximately 2,500,000 insect species discovered in this rainforest, these small creatures form the fundamental foundation of local life, creating a complex web of interactions regarding pollination, decomposition, and food supply. In the context of this microabundance, the Goliath bird-eater stands out as a majestic ruler of the world of insects and small animals on the Amazon ground. The Goliath bird-eater, scientifically known as Theraphosa blondi, inhabits the humid tropical rainforests of Venezuela, Brazil, Guyana, and Suriname. This is the largest and heaviest spider in the world by body mass, with a leg span that can reach an impressive 30 centimeters and a weight of up to 170 grams. Despite its astonishing and terrifying size, the Goliath spider remains hidden in the shadows of the understory, digging deep and moist burrows beneath the forest floor where high humidity and silence dominate this life full of danger and opportunity. With a remarkable lifespan for an arthropod of 15 to 25 years in the wild, the Goliath spider has evolved to be a powerful, patient, and skilled predator in the dark and dense environment of the Amazon. Where visibility is extremely limited by the thick canopy and the near absolute darkness of night, the Goliath spider has developed a special sensory mechanism to see and survive. It has the ability to perceive vibrations through specialized sensory hairs, setae, on its legs and body. These hairs allow it to detect even the slightest vibrations in its surroundings, helping it locate moving prey or recognize the presence of a predator from a distance. The Goliath spider's position in the Amazon floor food chain is unique and dominant. Although its common name is the Goliath bird eater, it rarely eats birds. Its primary and most common diet consists of large insects, small worms, rodents, frogs, and occasionally small amphibians or reptiles that accidentally cross its path. The Goliath spider hunts differently than many other spider species. It does not spin webs to catch prey. Instead, this ambush predator lies in wait at the mouth of its underground burrow, with multiple dark eyes alert to any movement in its environment. The slightest vibrations on the ground are transmitted through the sensitive hairs on its legs, allowing the Goliath spider to precisely locate prey from a distance in the dense darkness of the tropical forest. When a hunting opportunity arises, it attacks with incredible speed and significant force, injecting neurotoxic venom into the prey using large chelicerae and employing powerful fangs nearly 2 centimeters long to quickly subdue the victim. Next, it injects digestive enzymes into the prey's body, turning internal tissues into a liquid for easy absorption, a process of external digestion. This process allows it to maximize nutrients, whether from small insects or larger rodents. This is not only a wonderful biological adaptation, but also part of nature's grand plan for every organism to find its means of survival and development. In the Amazon rainforest, danger is always lurking, and the Goliath spider must also face enemies such as coatis, birds of prey, and large parasitic wasps. However, in moments of threat, instead of relying solely on its bite force, this spider uses a special and clever defensive weapon, urticating hairs on its abdomen. When it feels threatened, it uses its hind legs to rub its belly, releasing a cloud of microscopic, barbed and irritating hairs. These hairs can cause severe damage to the eyes, skin, and respiratory tracts of enemies, especially curious mammals or birds. This is an intelligent and effective defense, an essential part of nature's miraculous design, where even the most fearsome creatures need non-directly violent weapons to maintain balance and survive. However, The Goliath spider's defensive capabilities are not limited to urticating hairs. Its long, muscular legs not only allow it to move quickly on the ground, but also act as a powerful, active defense tool. When it feels threatened, it uses its hind legs to push back the enemy while raising its fangs in a threatening posture, emitting a hissing sound, stridulation, as a clear warning that it is ready to fight if necessary. The bite of a Goliath spider can inject venom into an enemy, causing paralysis and intense pain. Although its venom is generally not fatal to humans, it represents a powerful attack against other animals, capable of warding off even the most dangerous predators. The Almighty, in infinite wisdom and creativity, created a creature that appears terrifying but utilizes extraordinary tactics to survive in a world fraught with danger. By controlling the populations of insects and small animals, this spider plays a vital role in maintaining the stability and balance of life on the tropical forest floor. In the endless and murky currents of the Amazon rivers, a mysterious and aquatic world reveals itself beneath the water's surface. This is the habitat of more than 3,000 fish species, making the Amazon basin the richest and most diverse freshwater ecosystem on the planet. Within this complex aquatic food cycle, a creature stands out with a unique and lethal biological mechanism: the electric eel, scientifically known as Electrophorus electricus. The electric eel can reach lengths of up to 2.5 meters and weigh about 20 kilograms. Although commonly called an eel due to its snake-like shape, this species is actually a type of fish belonging to the knifefish family, Gymnotidae. It inhabits the freshwater rivers of the Amazon and Orinoco basins, where environmental conditions vary dramatically from stagnant waters to swift currents and oxygen-depleted areas. The electric eel has developed an impressive biological mechanism to adapt to aquatic life under these difficult conditions. Inside its body, specialized organs such as the main organ, Sachs's organ, and Hunter's organ function like small biological power stations. Within these organs, thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes are arranged in rows, storing electrical energy and releasing it synchronously and powerfully when needed. Unlike other aquatic predators, the electric eel does not need pursuit speed or sharp claws to catch prey. Instead, it relies on the invisible and paralyzing power of electricity, a unique gift of nature that allows it to dominate murky waters. The electric eel uses its ability to generate electricity to locate and hunt prey in the dark and muddy waters of the Amazon, where vision is often useless. The electric eel emits weak electrical pulses from 10 to 100 volts that act as a biological sonar or radar system. These electrical pulses return when reflected off the bodies of prey, allowing the electric eel to precisely locate the victim, even in zero visibility conditions. Once the prey has been located, the electric eel increases the intensity of the electrical pulses to an impressive level of 600 to 860 volts, equivalent to the power of a small bolt of lightning. This high-voltage current paralyzes the prey instantly. Fish, shrimp, amphibians, and even larger animals like small caimans are electrocuted and lose their ability to move in an instant. At that point, the electric eel simply swims to the paralyzed prey and leisurely swallows it without needing a direct physical struggle. The ability to generate electricity is not only a hunting weapon, but also an extremely effective protective shield against the constant challenges and predators of the Amazon. However, the electric eel does not rely only on high voltage for self-defense. One of its clever tactics is using low-intensity electrical discharges to probe and navigate its surroundings. In murky water, the electric eel emits light electrical pulses to see the world through electrical reflections of surrounding objects. This not only helps it detect prey and avoid obstacles, but also helps identify potential threats from afar, creating an active defense before danger actually appears. When attacked by multiple predators simultaneously, the electric eel can emit continuous and high-voltage electrical shocks, forming an almost impenetrable electrical barrier around it. These successive discharges not only cause paralysis, but also trigger extreme panic in enemies, forcing them to retreat and flee. This defensive capability makes the electric eel one of the most powerful and respected creatures in Amazonian fresh waters, maintaining its position in the food cycle without relying on raw muscular strength. It is part of a complex network where all organisms are interdependent. With the ability to control populations of small fish and other aquatic animals, it contributes to maintaining balance in the underwater ecosystem. Every time its powerful electrical current is activated, it is not just a warning to enemies, but also a testament to the perfect balance and diversity of strategies that nature has established. Along the rivers and tributaries of the vast Amazon and Orinoco systems, schools of red piranhas swim in groups, representing both the wonder of adaptation and the potential danger of the wild. The red-bellied piranha, with the scientific name Pygocentrus natureri, is often overly portrayed in films as a bloodthirsty and extremely aggressive predator. As its common name suggests, this species has a deep red belly when it reaches adulthood. They can weigh up to 3.9 kilograms and measure between 35 and 50 centimeters in length, making them a fish of significant size. The red piranha possesses extremely powerful jaws for its size, with a bite force of up to 320 newtons, equivalent to the bite of a young alligator. Their teeth are uniquely triangular and razor-sharp, designed to lock perfectly when the mouth closes, creating an amazingly efficient cutting surface that allows them to tear prey apart quickly. This fish also possesses very sensitive sensory systems to detect vibrations and chemicals in the water. They have an organ called the lateral line that helps detect small changes in water pressure caused by the movement of other organisms. This allows them to detect prey from a distance even when visibility is limited in murky water. This ability is particularly useful in the Amazon environment, where the water is often muddy and light is blocked by thick vegetation along the banks. The red piranha has an impressive biological resilience to survive in constantly changing aquatic environments. They can survive extreme conditions ranging from massive floods during the rainy season to severe droughts, when many rivers turn into small, isolated and oxygen-poor puddles. Their bodies have evolved to withstand sudden changes in salinity, temperature and oxygen concentration in the water. Despite their reputation as dangerous predators, red piranhas are actually primarily scavengers and omnivores, eating plants, fruits and insects during the rainy season when food is plentiful. When food is scarce in the dry season, they tend to eat weak, injured, dying, or already dead animals in nature, acting as scavengers. The feeding behavior of the red piranha changes depending on its life stage. Small and young fish feed during the day, while large and adult ones prefer to feed at dawn, late afternoon and early evening to avoid predators. During the day, red piranhas hide in dark areas or under submerged vegetation to ambush prey. They can also actively hunt by hiding in vegetation until prey swims close enough to be snatched in a lightning-fast attack. Piranhas live in schools, but they usually do not hunt in a coordinated group manner, although they occasionally participate in feeding frenzies when a large amount of food is concentrated. On these rare occasions, a school of piranhas can attack a large injured prey, consuming it within minutes. These attacks are extremely rare and usually only happen when they are agitated, starving, or in very shallow waters. Additionally, the red piranha has a special defensive tactic: the coordination and synchronized response of the entire school to danger. When a threat appears, chemical signals from an injured piranha spread quickly through the group, triggering collective defensive responses. This makes the entire school act as a single organism, rapidly changing direction and creating a defensive wave that confuses and delays the advance of larger predators. This is a testament to nature's arrangement, where not only the individual but the collective is ready to face danger with the strength of the group. Red piranhas are not mindless destroyers. In the ecosystem of the Amazon rivers, they play a vital role as the sanitation workers of the water. They help clean up animal carcasses and remove weak, diseased individuals, preventing the spread of disease. This creates a healthier environment for other fish species and for the entire Amazon ecosystem. In the freshwater ecosystem of the Amazon, the giant otter, with the scientific name Pteronura brasiliensis, is one of the primary and most charismatic predators. They are semi-aquatic and highly social animals, found in freshwater rivers, streams and lakes throughout the Amazon basin, from Brazil to Peru, Colombia and Bolivia. In these areas, giant otters live in extended family groups or large homes, where they hunt together and protect their territory with extreme ferocity. The giant otter is the longest otter in the world, with a body that can reach a total length of up to 1.8 meters and weigh up to 32 kilograms. With large, webbed feet and a powerful flat tail up to 70 centimeters long, they can reach swimming speeds of up to 14 kilometers per hour underwater. One of the most striking features of the giant otter is its thick, velvety and waterproof dark brown fur. This fur consists of two layers. The outer layer is made of 8 mm long guard hairs that act as a waterproof shield, while the inner layer is soft and dense, providing excellent natural thermal insulation underwater. The body structure of the giant otter allows it to adapt successfully to aquatic life and hunting. These animals can close their ears and nostrils when diving, and their streamlined bodies with short legs and sharp claws turn them into agile and lethal hunters. Their whiskers, vibrissae, are extremely sensitive, allowing them to detect subtle changes in water pressure and current, helping them locate prey even in murky water. In the Amazon ecosystem, giant otters dominate almost all medium-sized fish species, including catfish, characins, piranhas, and even large fish like the arapaima when they are young. When fish are unavailable or as a supplement, giant otters also hunt crabs, snakes, and even small caimans and small anacondas. They rely primarily on vision to locate prey and perform rapid, aggressive pursuits, moving underwater with incredible precision and coordination. They attack from both above and below, twisting flexibly at the last moment to grab the prey in their jaws. They can hunt solitarily, in pairs, or in family groups of 3 to 8 members or more. This coordination creates a very effective group hunting strategy in which each otter has a role. Some surround and herd schools of fish into tight areas or shallow waters, while others lung and take down the prey with sharp teeth. When the prey has been caught, the otter family drags it to the surface to start their meal right away. The whole pack shreds the crocodile and eats it greedily. Adult giant otters living in strong family groups have almost no significant natural enemies that regularly hunt them. However, larger and solitary predators like the jaguar and the black caiman still represent an occasional threat, especially to lone individuals or pups. For this reason, they have developed impressive social survival and defense tactics. One of the primary defenses of the giant otter is its agility and speed underwater. With webbed feet and a tail that acts as a powerful rudder, they can quickly dodge attacks and counterattack with deep dives and strikes from below. They turn the river into a defensive tool, using every submerged branch, tree root or rock as a natural shield. But the greatest strength of the giant otter lies in the unity and cohesion of the group. A group of up to 20 otters can form a closed and aggressive defensive circle, where each individual protects one another with vocalizations and threatening movements. Their sharp screams and piercing calls serve as warnings and proof of their readiness to confront and harass any enemy that approaches. These sounds, ranging from threatening growls to far-reaching screams, not only facilitate internal communication, but also symbolize the collective spirit of the group. When facing aggressive predators like the black caiman or the jaguar, giant otters do not easily back down or surrender. Their strength comes not only from numbers, but also from the defensive capability of each individual and the bravery of the collective. In addition to their thick fur, they possess powerful jaws and sharp teeth with long canines. Thanks to this, they can ward off much larger predators through coordinated attacks, devastating bites, and persistent harassment. Predators must think twice before attacking a group of otters because of the courage and determination they display. Nature created giant otters as guardians of the aquatic environment, preventing other species like piranhas from multiplying out of control. In the deep shadows of the Amazon, where rivers flow silently under the thick protective canopy of trees, a prehistoric creature appears that dominates the water with majesty and terrifying power. This is the black caiman, known by its scientific name, Melanosuchus niger, one of the elite predators of the Amazon ecosystem. Although it was once hunted relentlessly in the 20th century for its precious black skin, pushing it to the brink of extinction, thanks to conservation efforts, the black caiman population has recovered significantly in recent decades. It is estimated that there are now tens of thousands of individuals in the wild, particularly in protected areas like Manu National Park in Peru and the Mamirawa Sustainable Development Reserve in Brazil. The black caiman is one of the largest living reptile species in the world, with a length that can reach up to 6 meters and a weight of over 500 kilograms, making it a true giant. It is the largest predator in the Amazon basin and the largest member of the Alligatoridae family. The black caiman's body has been designed through millions of years of evolution to hunt effectively in murky waters. With its almost pure jet black skin, it camouflages perfectly in dark environments, becoming nearly invisible in the still black waters of oxbow lakes and blackwater rivers. When hunting, it uses a strategy of camouflage and ambush, lying motionless in the water, revealing only its eyes and nostrils on the surface, while patiently waiting for the right moment to strike. Its eyes and nostrils are located on the top of its head, allowing it to observe the environment and breathe while most of its armored body remains submerged and out of the prey's sight. It has the ability to hold its breath for up to an hour underwater, allowing it to patiently wait for prey without needing to surface. This capability is made possible by a highly adaptive biological system. From a submerged position, the black caiman can monitor everything around it without drawing attention. When it attacks, it uses powerful jaws capable of generating a bite force of up to 3,000 pounds per square inch, one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom. However, it does not use its jaws to chew prey. Instead, it performs the famous death roll technique characteristic of crocodilians, violently rotating its body underwater with great force and speed. After gripping the prey tightly with its teeth, it performs multiple rapid spins, disorienting the victim and destroying its ability to defend itself. This roll is so powerful that it can break bones and tear apart limbs, ensuring the prey has no chance of escape. Additionally, the black caiman possesses a diverse and adaptable diet. It hunts not only fish and piranhas, but also water birds, large mammals like capybaras, tapirs, and even other smaller reptiles. The black caiman shares its aquatic habitat with other semi-aquatic species also considered elite predators, such as the giant otter, the green anaconda, and the jaguar. Among them, the jaguar is particularly famous for being one of the main predatory threats to young and juvenile black caimans. However, adult and large black caimans have almost no natural enemies. Their massive size, a bite force twice as strong as a jaguar's, and a thick skin osteodermed like natural armor are the key factors that make them nearly invincible and untouchable in the Amazon. For their part, the young know how to use patience and camouflage to protect themselves by diving deep or hiding in underwater burrows. They play a vital role in maintaining the structure and health of the ecosystem, controlling populations of fish and small mammals, ensuring that no species becomes so dominant that it disrupts the natural balance. Sharing a portion of the habitat with the majestic black caiman is the jaguar, scientifically named Panthera onca, which reigns beneath the dense canopy of the Amazon as a true ruler of both land and water. This large cat species is widely distributed in the tropical regions of the Americas from Mexico to northern Argentina. But it is in the vast and humid Amazon that they truly master the stage, thanks to their extraordinary hunting skills and unique adaptation to a harsh, aquatic, and highly competitive environment. In these dense forests, jaguars tend to be larger and more muscular compared to those in more arid regions. Here, they can weigh up to 100 kilograms or more and develop a special coat that provides perfect camouflage under the dappled and dark light of the tropical forest. The golden fur with black rosette-shaped spots allows it to blend into the environment, hunting in the shadows without being detected. Jaguars are frequently found along rivers, lakes and swamps, thanks to their unique ability and preference for hunting in water, a skill rarely seen among large cats, except for tigers. This amphibious ability significantly expands their hunting range and available prey species, helping them deal successfully with the most challenging conditions of the flooded forest. Jaguars also possess highly developed night vision. Their eyes have a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, which helps reflect light to optimize the amount of light captured, providing excellent vision in near total darkness. This feature is crucial in the dark environment of the Amazon, where many prey species are active at night. To survive as a king, the jaguar possesses special sensory mechanisms that help it detect the presence of prey, even when they are not visible. With a sensitive tactile and auditory system, it can perceive the smallest vibrations on the ground or in the water. In every hunt, it demonstrates not only raw strength, but also intelligence and calculated strategy. It knows how to use the environment to conceal its presence, silently approaching from behind or from above. When the prey is within reach, it leaps with impressive speed and explosive force, using a single powerful bite to finish the prey in an instant. The jaguar's bite is the strongest relative to size of all big cats, reaching up to 1,500 pounds per square inch, per psi. This figure exceeds the bite of a tiger, 1,050 pounds per square inch, and is nearly double the bite force of a lion, 650 pounds per square inch, capable of crushing thick bones and piercing the skulls of prey in a unique way. In the heart of the Amazon, the jaguar is endowed with impressive skills and defensive strategies. It takes advantage of its flexible body and tree-climbing ability to quickly escape dangerous situations or to rest. Beyond its physical traits, it also possesses a very clever psychological defense strategy, its characteristic guttural growl. The jaguar's roar is one of the most resonant and terrifying sounds in the rainforest, used to mark territory and communicate over long distances. Its excellent swimming ability also allows it to use the water as a refuge or a battlefield, where it can even hunt caimans. It plays a pivotal role as a keystone species in maintaining ecological balance, regulating prey populations and preventing overgrazing or population explosions, which is vital for preserving biodiversity. Between the winding rivers and dark swamps of the Amazon, the green anaconda, scientifically known as Eunectes murinus, is one of the most majestic, legendary and powerful creatures of this aquatic ecosystem. They're found primarily in the fresh waters of the Amazon and Orinoco basins, living in swamps, lakes, slow-moving rivers and streams, where they become fierce and nearly invisible predators. The green anaconda is known as the heaviest snake in the world. Adult individuals can reach lengths of up to 9 meters and weigh more than 250 kilograms, impressing with their powerful, muscular and thick bodies. The heavy body of the green anaconda limits its speed and agility on land, where it is more vulnerable. Therefore, they are masters in the art of aquatic ambush. It lives hidden beneath murky waters or in the mud along the banks, patiently waiting for unsuspecting prey to approach to drink. Its eyes and nostrils are located on the top of its head, allowing it to observe and breathe while the rest of its massive body remains submerged and camouflaged. They can hold their breath underwater for more than 10 minutes, creating ideal conditions to ambush prey without surfacing. Thanks to this ability, they can catch fish, water birds, and even large mammals like capybaras, deer, or tapirs when they approach the shore. The constricting force of a green anaconda is extremely large, reaching up to 90 pounds per square inch, psi, equivalent to placing a small car on the prey's chest. This pressure is enough to stop blood circulation, causing cardiac arrest and suffocation. After immobilizing and killing the prey, it swallows it whole without chewing. Thanks to its flexible jaws with elastic ligaments and a skull that can expand, they can swallow prey wider than their own body. With large prey, the digestion process can take from several days to several weeks. After a large feast, an anaconda can survive without eating for several weeks or even months. This ability allows it to survive in environments where food sources may change seasonally. Adult green anacondas have almost no natural enemies thanks to their size, although young must protect themselves from caimans and jaguars. When spotted on land, they often choose to coil their bodies into a tight ball for defense, like a wall of muscle, or dive into the water to escape. Deep beneath the leaf litter, weaving through decaying tree trunks and stretching across every forest canopy, there exists a gargantuan empire that most humans never recognize. This is the kingdom of ants. Creatures that are small but possess a collective strength that can shape the entire forest. In the Amazon, ants are not just an insect species. They are a biological superorganism system, where each individual acts like a cell in a giant body. A colony of ants can consist of millions of individuals, operating with near absolute precision without the need for an obvious control center. Their society is organized according to an extremely strict hierarchical structure. The queen for reproduction, workers for construction and foraging, and soldiers for colony protection. Every individual is born with an irreplaceable role. There is no chaos. There is no hesitation. There is only discipline, efficiency, and perfect coordination. One of the most prominent species is the leafcutter ant, Atta species, the first farmers of nature. They do not eat leaves. Instead, they carry leaves back to the nest to cultivate a special type of fungus, the primary food source for the entire colony. Trails of ants stretching hundreds of meters, carrying leaf fragments many times larger than their bodies, create one of the most impressive sights of the Amazon. Underground, their nests are complex architectural works with systems of tunnels, fungus-growing chambers, larval rooms, and sophisticated natural ventilation systems. An ant colony can process tons of soil each year, contributing to soil aeration and the redistribution of nutrients in the ecosystem. Not just builders, ants are also resilient warriors. Army ants, Echiton burchelli, move in massive predatory swarms, sweeping through the forest like a living wave. Any small creature that fails to escape will be devoured. Their appearance even creates opportunities for bird species that follow them to hunt. The true power of ants does not lie in the individual, but in absolute unity. When one is threatened, chemical signals, pheromones, are released, triggering a near-instant collective response. In seconds, the entire colony can transition from a normal state to defense or attack with startling precision. In the Amazon ecosystem, ants act as ecological engineers. They decompose organic matter, control other insect populations, disperse seeds, and even influence plant growth. Some tree species have even evolved to live symbiotically with ants, providing shelter and food in exchange for protection. In a world where giant predators dominate by strength, ants prove another truth. Strength does not lie in size, but in organization. If the jaguar is the symbol of power and the caiman is the embodiment of dominance, then the ants are the silent foundation, the builders and sustainers who keep the entire forest running without pause. At the heart of the Amazon, predators have existed and evolved over millennia with incredible strength, skill, and adaptability. They maintain natural balance and are an indispensable part of the richest and most biodiverse ecosystem on Earth. However, environmental and human threats are causing drastic and rapid changes that even the most powerful creatures find difficult to withstand. One of the greatest threats is the loss of habitat due to mass deforestation. The Amazon, the green lung of the planet, is gradually shrinking. This is due to unsustainable activities such as illegal logging, forest burning for pastures, and the expansion of industrial agriculture. According to the Amazon Environmental Research Institute, IPAM, in 2020, the Amazon lost more than 11,000 square kilometers of forest, an area equivalent to 7 cities the size of Sao Paulo. The disappearance of the forest not only destroys the physical home of predators, but also collapses the food chain they depend on. When prey disappears, predators like the jaguar and green anaconda are forced to move to less safe and more fragmented areas, where conflict with humans is inevitable. According to the IUCN, the jaguar is classified as a near-threatened species with a declining global population. Poaching and illegal trade also represent serious threats, pushing many animal species toward local extinction. Additionally, climate change is prolonging dry seasons, causing severe droughts that reduce water levels in rivers and lakes. This directly affects aquatic and semi-aquatic predators such as giant otters, green anacondas, and black caimans. As stewards of creation, humanity has a moral obligation to protect these powerful yet fragile creatures.